Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here. I think this is perfect for New Year's Eve, so if you want to see how I got it then please just keep on watching. So to prime my eye I'm going to use my Anastasia concealer in the shade 1.5 and I'm just going to be applying that just with my finger. So I'm just going to apply that to the whole lid and I'm going to take it right up to the brow bone as well. Right up close to the eyebrow. And then I'm just setting that with some pressed powder. This is a really good step to do because it makes your eyeshadow blend so much easier because it's not sticking to the concealer or like your eyeshadow base. So this is really important. I'm then going to go in with my Modern Renaissance palette. I got this for Christmas and I'm so excited to use it. Just look at all of those beautiful colours. So the first shade I'm going to be going in with is this burnt orange shade. I'm just going to take that on the Zoeva Luxe Petite Crease brush. And I'm literally just going to apply that to my crease as my transition shade. This brush is literally so good if you're doing a cut crease because it puts the product exactly in the right area that you want it to be. And then I'm just going to take a blending brush and blend that out. Next I'm going to be going in with Raw Sienna, just using the same brush. And I'm just applying this over the top of the shadow we just laid down, but I'm not taking it all the way across. I'm just focusing this more on like the outer half of my eye. And then taking another blending brush just to blend that together. I'm then going to take Citrus Umber with the same brush again. And then I'm literally just going to be applying this to the outer half of my eye as well. And then for the lid I'm going to be taking my Eye Duo by Dose of Colours. This one's in the shade Pixie Dust. So on the top there's the primer and the bottom half is the loose pigment. So I'm just going to be taking a concealer brush and picking up some of that primer. And then I'm literally just going to be applying that to the lid. Not taking it over to where we applied that dark colour, just literally just up to that line. I'm then just going to take a flat shader brush and pick up some of that loose pigment and then press that over the top. I'm then just going to go back to that pencil brush with some of the product still on it and I'm just going to press that just over the outer lines just so it gets rid of that sharp line. And then blend it out again. I'm then just going to take a makeup wipe and clean up all the fallout that we've had. Clean up this line here as well. For mascara, I'm going to be first using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Mascara. This is white and it's supposed to like elongate your eyes and make them a lot fuller. So I'm just going to apply a small amount on this first. And then I'm going to be applying the Smashbox X-Rated mascara, and this is like a volumizing one as well. This is perfect for people that don't really like to wear false lashes because they're like uncomfortable for them, but they want like a volumizing fuller lash. So it's always good to apply a lash primer that is supposed to thicken and like elongate your lashes without having to put false lashes on. Moving on to face, for primer I'm going to be using obviously my Benefit Pore Fessional. This is my absolute favourite. It minimises your pores so well and I've got quite big pores, so this is like a plus for me. And then because my face has been a little bit dry recently, I think it's just because of the weather, I'm going to be spraying my MAC Fix Plus over the top. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. This foundation is amazing if you're going on a night out. It seriously does not budge anywhere, and it is mattifying, so if you do get oily skin, this will literally prevent you from getting oily, because I have got really oily skin and I never get oily using this, so definitely try it out. So I'm just going to dot this all over the face. And then I'm just going to buff that in with the Real Techniques Expert Face brush. So I'm literally just going to be pressing that into the skin. Normally I use obviously a beauty blender to apply my foundation with, but I thought I'd change it up for a second because I never use brushes anymore. Like, I haven't found a brush that I absolutely love, but at the moment I'm actually loving how this is blending out. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is in the shade Fair, and this is so pigmented, so you literally only need the smallest amount. Like, normally I like to do like the whole triangles, but with this you don't need that. Like, a little does go a long way. So I'm just going to be applying that in the places where I want to sort of like conceal and highlight. And then to buff that out, I'm going to be using the Zoeva Concealer Buffer. I haven't never used a brush like this before to buff out my concealer. I always just normally use a damp beauty sponge, so I'm excited to see how this turns out. So I'm just literally just pressing that into the skin. It's a blurry sense of what you think of me. So far I'm actually loving this brush. It's actually blended it out really nicely. Like, it's got it in like all my creases. Like, I've got quite bad creasing under the eyes, and it's helped get rid of that. Ooh, I like it. Normally I hate using brushes because they just leave like lines all over your face, but these two, like, I've had that Real Techniques one for a long time, but I just like never use it because I hate makeup brushes. But I'm so glad I just decided to get it out again and use it, because it's actually done a really, really nice job. I feel like the only downside is I feel like you can now still see sort of like the discoloration under my eyes. With a beauty blender, I feel like that gets rid of all of that discoloration. So it's blended it out really, really nicely, but I don't know. So I'm literally just going to put a tiny little bit more just in those problem areas and then blend it out again. Just using a really, really light hand this time, and see if that makes a difference. So on a night out I like to apply a cream contour and powder contour. It just lasts a lot longer. So for cream contour I'm going to be applying the Chanel Soleil de Chanel, and I'm just going to apply that with my Real Techniques 301 brush, and obviously applying that to my cheekbone area. So then to set my whole face, I'm using my Makeup Revolution pressed powder, just literally pressing that into the skin. So for powder contour, I'm going with my Iconic London powder contour palette, and I'm using my MAC 188 foundation brush, but I love this to contour. I'm just going to pick up this middle shade, and I'm going to be applying that over the top of where I applied that cream contour. For blush, I'm going in with my bhcosmetics 10 blush palette, and I'm going to be mixing together this one and this one, and I'm going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks. So for my lower lash line, I'm going to go back in with that citrus umber with a pencil brush, and I'm just going to smoke it out. For brows, I'm going to be using the Benefit Brow by Benefit, and it comes with like a little brush in the lid, so I'm just going to be using that to apply it. For highlight, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sweets Glow palette, and I'm going to pick up Butterscotch, and I'm just going to be highlighting all the high points of my face. You haven't seen me like this at all, and all you know of me has gone away somehow, and it's a shame to quit this game, but I guess it makes things easy. And then for lashes, I'm going to be applying the Eylure 117 Wispies. These are my absolute favourite lashes. And then I'm just going to apply a small amount of mascara to my bottom lashes. For lip liner, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty lip liner in the shade Muse. So this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this New Year's Eve makeup tutorial. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and please don't forget to subscribe.
Can't